seems to be the way forward, because I'm probably gonna need someone else. I'm just going to rush through this so we're not stuck watching it again. Okay, so let's continue in. Let's just do everything we've got to do. Do it quickly. Try and convince her. $15 damage, so I need to heal that and then blast him again. So there's a few things we've got to find, as far as I can tell. Okay, so don't need to worry about that. all that. I just need to go, I need to chat to everyone in there as well, so I need to go in there and get the advanced med kit as well. I'm going to try and convince Martha to join us. I'm just looking to see if there is a way. Apparently you've got to get 3 points to make her question her thing. I think on hard I'm going to need Martha to be on my side just for that extra bonus of an extra person, because Christ, it's hard. Okay, so we can head in now. Okay, so let's have a word. Let's see if we can get this sorted then. Open the door. Okay, so she's joined me, so I'll go back a little bit and I'll read the chat. I'll get the, because I want to read the story bit there. So I now know how to get Martha to join us. That's good. So I will read what I have to get Martha to join us, because I missed the last 2 bits. So we'll follow that reasoning again, and it should get us an extra companion. Oh, it's gone all the way back to the beginning. That's a bit annoying. Why did it go all the way back to the beginning? It should have saved. Oh, did I just do that stupid thing and rewind it again? Okay, so this won't take long. We'll be very quick about this. I need to find the door, do the door bit. Just skip through this. $23 damage. Wow. What an ass. Okay, next one. So to the van. Oh no, grab the medical supplies first. Then to the van. Then back, and then we'll do the speaking, and then we'll start the mission of trying to fight my way through the bloody demon infested bit with 3 people instead of 2, which will make it slightly better. It should help me actually, because I'm gonna need someone else to fight. Because I was just so many of those bloody demons. So the game's saved, so I don't know why it didn't do it last time. Okay, so in we go. Let's go. Let's chat with her about what's going on. I'll say nothing here. We talk about use the academic book. I've read his manifesto. Runaways. Hurting how so? He's going to make the initiates, the young initiates, like the girl in the next room, do something horrible. That girl's such a sweet young thing. I rescued her from a bad place, Glory. Her and the other boys in the dorm as well. But they're all safe now, and isn't that most important? Are they? You know what I'm talking about, Martha. They're harvesting the meat. It's wrong, I know, but Harrow says it has to happen. Sacrifices keep us safe. That's what Harrow says. We have to do it. These kids, they deserve to be safe. Most of them have never been safe. They sure as hell aren't safe here, Martha. Haven't you ever asked yourself where the meat in the fridge comes from? It isn't all from outsiders, I can promise you that. Martha has nothing. Martha says nothing. She just stands there staring at hands, trembling. Give us the amulet, it's the right thing to do. You feel the whispering again. Martha shakes her head to clear away the fog. You're right, something strange is going on here. Things don't add up. I don't know why. I've never seen it before. What is wrong with me? It isn't you, it's this place. It gets into your head. It took a lot more than this to wake me up from it too, so give us the amulet. I can't go against Harrow's wishes. He told me never to take it off, but I'm willing to come with you. If I can save these kids from what's happening here, then that's what I will do. That's what we're here for. In that case, let's move to the shrine door. I'll get you through the door. I won't let any more of these children come to harm. Okay, so we've got Martha now. Martha, are these friends of yours? Yes, dear heart, they are. All we need is to have a good word. We're going to have a word with Harrow now. You get to bed, you have a big day tomorrow. Cool, so we now got Martha on our side, which is good. This run has taken a lot longer because of my specialness. As you step forward, scintillating red light streams, a strange lurching sensation in your gut, but then it clears. It seems to have done it. Glory nods, reaches for a satchel, clutching a small jar. I'm going to smear a bit on your forehead. Sort of alchemic. Harrow taught me how to make it. If you've ever wondered where my share, what does this ointment do? If you let me compute... Right, Martha cuts in, her voice is full of wonder. It lets you commune with his servitors, the emissaries of the great master, the adversary. Not in the way we'd like to put it with this, but we can deal with the spirits on our own level. I've only done it with Harrow before. He warned me never to try some strange things in the place I visit. Whatever's waiting for us, we can handle it. I'm sure I've gone up against stranger. I know. This will protect your astral self and spirit. Put protection on. Got one for Martha. I'll be fine. This will work just as well. I don't know what's going to happen when we step into that room, Richard. Playing with forces outside of our control. Are you ready to do this? Ready as I'll ever be. I'm ready. Let's go then. Once we've purified the spirit, we can see about rescuing these kids. Harrow will get away, but don't worry about that. That's the plan. Let's do it. Okay, the game is saved again. Let's just check actually. 11:11:06. Yeah, it has saved. Awesome. As you approach, it chimes. Welcome home, Glory. Glory's eyes go wide and her mouth opens to speak, but no one's... Glory what? So we get hit by the force and get knocked unconscious again. And then we wake up in this strange world. Where the hell are we? Can't say for certain. This isn't right. This isn't the place. It doesn't normally look like this. When I came here with Harrow, it was green fields and marble halls. It was a beautiful last time. It was a lie, Martha. What we're seeing now is the truth. Your truth, maybe. Her voice goes quiet. What I saw was real. Yeah, you're right. I've seen it in the heart of this place. That's where we'll find it. Okay, so there's 3 of us fighting, which is much better. Kind of cuts the odds better into my favour than into... because there's so many people to fight. What does she do? Oh, so she's a magician as well. Does she have anything special? Oh, she has a fire elemental. Okay, so if we stand back, if we put Glory forward, if we armour up Glory and fire a spell off, and we missed. Lightning bolt. Followed by acid bolt. Oh, acid's quite powerful, wow. So I take 15, so I'll heal myself for that. And I'll do a lightning bolt again. Send Glory in for the kill. She misses twice. Straight acid bolt again. And again. She misses twice. Glory takes 6. We move forward. Try and take out this fiery thing. Let's send Glory in. She misses, she misses. If you move forward and heal Glory for the damage she's taken. Heal myself for the damage I've just taken. Send Glory down here. She misses twice. Electrocute this thing. Try and hit that with acid. She misses again. Take 1 and 17. It misses Glory, that's fine. I need to kill that. Let's try and crack its armor if we can. Oh, I can't because I'm too far away. Alright. Acid bolt. Acid bolt. Ow! Right. Let's load again. $11.11.06, is that the right? Yes. That's the right one. If I don't do it this time, that's it. I'm going to have to stop and go to bed. As I got to go play golf tomorrow. But continue this tomorrow. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully I can actually get through this tonight and then do the other big run tomorrow. The next 2 big runs tomorrow. Right, I'm tempted to use both of my mist. 23 damage, good. Good. Send Glory up to attack. She misses. She can heal. And then 49% chance of hitting. 21 hit, that's good. Which hopefully should mean that I can kill this. I fire 2 spells off. Send Glory over here and try and kill it. Misses twice, of course she does. Acid bolt misses. Hits. Glory takes 11 and 17. Let's heal the 17. And let's try and blast this in the side. Glory, try and hit this. Move forward. Try and lightning bolt it. It missed. Heal the damage. Go for a lightning bolt. 2. Missed as well. 1 AP. That means I can move Glory at least to here. I can do some healing. And some armor increase. I should be able to fire this to there. then I should be able to hit this a few times. Missed. Maybe I'll get her to send her armour if she can. Cool. That went well. Through to the next part. Get into position. 74. Let's go for the big thing. Glory. Move to there. Switch to your pistol. Take a pistol aim. Take an aim shot. Martha, move to there. Take an acid shot. Take 15. So I want to do that actually. Then send Glory on a... No, actually send Glory on a double shot. Use her to heal the damage I've just taken. Try and do a bit more damage to the big mauler thing. Then I want to heal that damage off. And try and kill this big mauler thing off. Let's switch to her. It's 14 more damage. I get the feeling my computer is trying to kill itself. We acid bolt it. Misses. Hit. Nope. Ow. 6 and 3. 15. Oh, I'm dead. What an ass. She's taking 12. Glory, you're gonna have to pick me up. You're gonna have to heal your wound. Okay, so let's heal up before we go through to the next part. Right, so inventory. Use that on me. Should be enough. Okay, this looks a bit ominous. Oh, hello. The thing hovering before you is hideous. It's broad chest and it's jacketed in scale-like patches of burning coals, and its many sets of antlers shimmer with heat. It smells like a barn fire. Wood smoke, burning fur and blackened bodies. At the sight of it, Marta falls to her knees, tears streaming down her cheeks. And she stares up at the spirit in whimpering supplication. Martha, we welcome you back to our domain, child. It speaks in a chorus of clear, littering voices. You don't hear them as much as feel them. The sensation is strange, like hundreds of butterflies fluttering in your chest. You will remain silent until you are addressed. Do you understand? She nods, muttering and clasping her hands to her chest. Ragged breaths heave out of her. She looks like a woman possessed. Good. Fluttering feeling swells, and you feel your knees go weak. Marta sobs with joy. Glory, welcome, child. What a pleasure it is to see you again. Glory steps forward, trepidation on her face, standing before the towering form of the spirit. She looks frail and small. She takes a deep breath, steels herself and speaks. I know what you are, spirit. Before the adversary twisted you, before Harrow bound you to this rock. She drops a hand to the satchel at her side. I can help you to be that again. All that you need to do is let me. The spirit chuckles, a strange warbling sound that sends shivers down your spine. We are not in need of help. We are our great master's servant, just as Harrow is, just as you are, despite your misguided attempts to cut away his love from your heart. The voices in your head soften, become sad, but the fluttering in your chest turns ugly, like the buzzing wings of a swarm of blowflies. You have mangled yourself beyond repair, and you did it to spite him. He who was your greatest benefactor, you betrayed him, child, but he loves you all the same. Don't listen to this thing, Glory. Slowly trembling, the spirit begins to turn. You can hear the crack and pop of splintering vertebrae as its enormous head shifts on its shoulders. It fixes its cavernous gaze on you. Your friend, this outsider, speaks out of turn, but we take no offence. His words are like the babble of a newborn babe. He is ignorant to the truth. The spirit inclines its head towards you. If the noise continues, we will teach him, and the babbling will cease. Glory shoots you a side glance. She mouths out a word, don't. I have a message for you from our great master. He has a gift for you, a peace offering, one that he offers freely, and sign of his continued affection for you. He knows that you desire his servant's destruction. As a symbol of his love, he will grant you the power to bring an end to Harrow. He knows that you wish to free the children of Furestal. Still can't say it, can't pronounce it properly. As a sign of his compassion, he will help you set them free. You can have everything you want, child, all of this and more. Remain silent. That is a nice pitch, spirit, but you neglected to mention the price. The spirit leans towards her, clasping its hands. It will cost you nothing, a simple gesture, a trifle, a show of good faith. If you demonstrate your love for him, he will reward you beyond your wildest dreams. Remove the protective ward from your neck. His gift is yours for the taking, yours forevermore. Say nothing. Glory cranes her neck to look up at the reeking cavernous thing that looms over her. I have my own limbs hacked off to get away from this adversary. I paid someone to do it. That's how badly I wanted to be free of your great master. Your offer is pathetic, as it was predictable. To be frank, I'm disappointed in you. The bonfire stench of the spirit thickens, and its antlers glow white. The heat radiates from the thing. It is like an oven, a kiln, a blast furnace. If you rebuke our great master a second time, I will chew what is left of you out into mulch, and marrow from your bones will nourish the garden. I promise you this, child. I promise it. I have a better idea. She dips her hand in the statue and produces a ceremonial dagger. The blade shimmers eerily in the light. We're going to purify you, spirit. And after we've finished you, you'll help us rescue those kids. The spirit crackles. Very well, child. If pain is what you seek, we will bring it to you. Beneath its leathery skin, things' bones begin to shift, straining against the ligaments and tendons that bind them. Hideous cracking sound fills the air as the skeleton splinters and pops. As you watch, the spirit's body begins to rupture. Great lesions open up on the creature's chest and back, and its ribcage cracks from some horrible internal pressure. The spirit's chest heaves, and a foul liquid pours from the rips in its flesh. A flash of light stabs your eyes, and when your vision clears, you find 3 identical spirits floating before you. Death comes in many forms, child. A fluttering sensation in your chest goes into a rasping pain, then steals the breath from your lungs. It feels like being eaten alive. Yours will be swift and brutal. Okay, let's position myself behind cover, and let's armour up. Let's position her behind cover, and take an aimed shot at the middle one. Let's position her behind cover, and release out the fire spirit that she's got. And then weaken armour. Oh, it missed. Oh well. Ow! Ow! Figure materialises out of the shadow. The form is wispy and unsustainable, a projection of a man distorted by distance. The silhouette ripples like a flag in the wind. Through the haze you can see his face. He is more beautiful and handsome, sculpted features and an unnatural youthful complexion. His expression is sad. Harrow. Glory. The voice is deep but faint and marred by echoes. It sounds as if he's shouting from the far end of a long tunnel. You shouldn't have come here. I was content to let you live your life in peace. I've come to put an end to this place, Harrow, this place and your pathetic, sickening cult. And you, Martha? He turns his head to stare at her, a sad smile on his face. I've given you everything. Will you repay my love with betrayal? As she tries to respond, her voice catches in her throat. I am with Glory, Harrow. I would never hurt you, but this has to end tonight. This protection of Harrow sighs. Betrayal it is then. Very well. The air all around him begins to pulse with scintillating bursts of colour. His rippling transparent form glows with heat from within. You've brought this upon yourself. How much damage have I taken? 1 there. Let's blast the heat. Let's blast this at close range. Use Glory's double shot and single shot. Let's hit this with acid. Let's try 4. Flamethrower. What's this? Inferno. Blindness. Let's try and strip some armour off this thing. Let's move him over. Ow! Instant death. Okay, so there's only one main... Weakened, the spirit form flickers and sparks. The burning coals that cling to its body fall off in clumps, and its searing antlers begin to cool. The chorus of littering voices warbles and shrieks as its body transmogrifies into something else. Through the haze you can see Harrow's eyes go wide at once. His ripping silhouette begins to fade back into the shadows from whence it came. His body becomes insubstantial. Go ahead and run, you fucking coward. Run back to the real world, where the world, and wherever the hole you crawl out of will catch you. Whatever hole you crawl out of will catch you. Shadows in the shape of a man smile back at you. The distance in his voice is increased. It sounds like he's shouting from miles away. I don't think so. You don't even know where the real me is, Glory. Oh, don't worry, we'll find you. We're good at that sort of thing. Projection flashes. Flashes you a condescending grin. Believe whatever you like, fool. It won't do you any good. Years from now, I'll still be doing what I do, and you'll have accomplished nothing. We stop you for now, and the kids you've lured here are going someplace safe. This isn't enough. That is not nothing, Harrow. It is everything. You know better than that, but nothing makes me happier than the sound of you lying to yourself. Goodbye, Glory. The shadow slowly dissipates and Harrow is gone. He isn't worth the effort. Glory continues staring at a long moment at the spot where the protection of Harrow vanished. Her expression is unreadable. Slowly she turns away. Spirit writhing's form continues to transmogrify. Twisted claws buckle and break and reform. Child bone begins to heal. The barn fire stench slowly dies away and replaced by an array of more pleasant smells: oak and pine, mineral ore, rustic feasts, and mulled wine. As it's called, the spirit raises its head, body it's shaky as a newborn fowl. What happened to us? What have we done? You did what the adversary wanted you to. Say nothing. What you've done, terrible things, Spirit, loathsome, unforgivable things. You've corrupted children, turned them into killers. You've been party to violence, torture, and desecration of corpses. You've created monsters. Spirit cringes, shaking a great head from side to side. It doesn't speak, but a low rumbling sound emanates from somewhere deep in its chest. Unpleasant to think about, isn't it? But you have to, Spirit. You can't run from what you've done. Your actions are part of you, whether you like it or not. The rumbling sound turns into a tormented howl. Noises conjures images of mourning mothers and caged animals, screeching orphans and dying men. The sound of pure, unmitigated despair. Glory takes a step forward to the giant creature. Listen to me, Spirit. I need your help. We are here to rescue the cultists of Firmin Stella, the street kids whose mind you've touched. We're getting them out of here before the adversary can do to them what they did to me. The spirit stares at Glory for a long moment. Finally it dips its head in a nod. Yes, we will help you. I'll be damned, son. Good, now get this to those kids' minds. We have already done so. The cultists of Firstelli are themselves again. The spirit bows its head. We wish to do more. We have much to atone for, it said. Go ahead, we won't stop you. No, but the stone will. We are still bound to this shrine anchored here. We cannot do anything without your help. Tell us what we need to do. We need the appropriate vessel to carry us out of this rock. Something touched by magic, but more dead than alive. Dips his head. Do you have anything that can help us? Gingerly, she reaches up and wraps her hand around the protective ward that's hung around her neck. Yes, I think so. Say nothing. With a single motion she snaps the chain. The pendant falls to the floor. The heart of Firstelia lowers its eyeless head and then traces an elaborate gesture into the air. A warm glow envelops it, and similar glow spills from Glory. There's a bright flash and the spirit is gone. Glory, are you okay? Slowly she rises. She looks you in the eye. A quizzical expression on her face. I can feel it. The spirit is bound to me now. So what does that mean for us? Can the spirit help us like it said? See for yourself. She raises an arm and you feel a burst of warmth comfort your chest. It wants to help people, to heal them. It wants redemption, just like I do. Together maybe we'll find it. Behind the eyes your vision starts to twist. It feels as though you are being turned inside out. Time to go. With the spirit's link to the adversary severed, the entire reality is falling apart. See you in the real world. Yep. She offers you a grateful smile. I'll see you there. Slowly you swim back to consciousness, struggling to your feet. You find Glory already standing and alert. I can feel them. The spirit set them free, but they're trapped somewhere in this complex. Best hurry and get to them. This place feels like it's shaking itself apart. Be on your guard. The connection between the compound and where we were is breaking down. This place disintegrates more and more. Things spill through. Say no more. I'm getting out of here. Not without the cultist, but yes. She strides towards the door. Let's get moving. As you kick in the door, you stumble forward into a room. You find yourself surrounded by a sea of teenage faces. Initiates and acolytes huddled together. Trembling, the spirit's influence cleared from their minds. The swagger is gone. They look frightened and lost, like the kids who have had their security blankets torn away. Glory, is that you? The acolyte is in his early 20s, close to Glory's age. His eyes are wide with astonishment. You don't know me, but I was a new initiate back when you lived here, when you were... She cuts, but her voice is gentle. Yes, it's me. Come on, we're taking you to safety, someplace away from here. Skinny teenager in a ratty coat stares at Glory's chrome, his mouth hanging slack. His voice cracks when he speaks. What happened to your arms? Something you'll never need to worry about. Come on, let's get out of here. Martha cradles her head and hands. Yes, let's. You tread your way through the trees of the Skurrenbach forest, tracing your way back to the thicket where you and Glory hid the van. The inferno that consumed furnished alley is spreading, and the conflagration cast the forest around you in a sinister orange light. Heat at your back is intense, unbearable. Far ahead, Glory blazes a trail for you to follow, shredding the foliage in your path. Martha shepherds the shell-shocked initiates behind you, doing what she can to keep them calm and moving. Fire is moving fast, but you're faster. As Martha helps the last of the kids into the van, you put the vehicle in gear and punch the accelerator. The burning ruin of Verstella recedes into the distance, a glowing speck in the rearview mirror. The peace and safety of the Kurbazar lies ahead. I wish I could... Really got to learn how to pronounce this word. Say it so much. That's finally done. It's taken a good 2.5 hours, that run, I think, or something silly. Let's go speak to Glory, see what's going on. I've got a DVD to watch at some point as well, the final DVD. Let's have a chat with Glory. Glory stands, an introspective look on her face at the sound of your approach. She turns to face you. She nods at you. Thank you for your help. I couldn't have done it without you. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. After the things that we saw in there, I'm not surprised. Go ahead, I'm listening. Harrow got away just like you said he would. What did you wind up doing with the cultists that we rescued? Did you send them to Samuel? No, he hasn't done it. He's got enough to worry about, keeping people of the Kurbas safe. These kids that we rescued, they've been damaged by Harrow's philosophies. They can get better, but it's going to take time. Trying to integrate them in society too quickly would be dangerous, so where did they go? I took them to a talesmonger, Algernon. He said that he knew a place where they could get help. It won't be easy for them, or quick, but they'll get better in time. How are things between you and Martha? She smiles sadly. They aren't. I'm glad that she's still alive in time. She'll heal, but she has a lot of unwanted baggage to deal with, a lot of psychological trauma from the time that she spent with Harrow. She still worships him, you know. It was all that I could do to keep her from running after him, off after him. So she's in the... So where is she? Somewhere in the... No, I offered, but she wouldn't come. She still thinks of cities as places that she needs to save people from. I don't know where she's going to wind up. I don't even think she does, but when she gets there, she'll reach out to me. That much she promised. Harrow got away just like he said he would. Yes, and he's already putting distance between himself and the Scotch-abound forest. How do you want to go about tracking him? Finding Harrow is going to be a full-time job. Can't track him down while we still have a great dragon hanging over our heads. After we've dealt with Von Clare and the Firewing, I'll devote myself to wholeheartedly to finding the bastard and finishing him off. And finishing this, but here and now we need to keep our eyes on the road ahead. That answers all my questions. Thanks to him anytime, and thanks again, I really mean it. So we've got no new messages. Any pay data for sale? Nope. Okay. Right. Does anyone else need to speak to me? If not, we'll go. So he's got nothing to say to me. Speak to... You got anything to say to me? What do you need, boss? Back when we took on the Humanus, you said that you'd fought in the Night of Rage. I'd like to hear more about that. He nods, then fishes in his jacket pocket for his flask. Alright, boss, we can talk about it. So I already mentioned that Berlin punks and anarchists joined forces to fight off the racists, right? And after a long bloody fight, we beat them. What I didn't mention is how I figured into all of this. I'm an anarchist at heart, always have been, but at the time I fit squarely into the punk camp. I was 32 at the time. The Merson camp was still touring. Not as much as we did when we were kids, but we had a following. I guess I was sort of the elder statesman for that scene. When we rallied to fight the racists, my followers came along for the ride. Bunch of young kids, all full of piss and vinegar, the immortality of youth. I was full of the good old Dragon Slayer spirit, pissed off and itching for a fight. And so I led those kids into the fray. They waded into the riot, right alongside me, yelling and screaming with their fists in the air. Don't remember a whole lot of the fight itself, boss, but I do remember the aftermath. A lot of the kids followed me. I'd grown up listening to my music. They had all my attitude, but none of them had my magic. And youthful enthusiasm is no defence against a knife or a handgun. I left the punk scene for all of the reasons I told you, boss, but there was a bigger reason, and I saw it in those kids' broken bodies. This road that I'm on, it leads to the grave. I've got the power to make a leisurely trip, but make no mistake, that is where I'm headed. Those kids tried to follow in my footsteps, and they wound up sprinting ahead of me instead. Better for me to stay out of the public eye and stick to the shadows. My stint as a role model was well ill-advised. Put any thought into what I said earlier? Yeah, boss, I have. It's an interesting idea, but there are some risks. I'm thinking that this might not be the best time to approach him about it. He is the source of magic, remember. If our discussion turns out to be an argument, he could take all of the magic back in a heartbeat, and then where would I be? From what you told me at the Dragon's Den, I don't think he'd like the way you're talking. Since when has he ever encouraged you to back down from a fight? You got a point there, boss. He wouldn't want me to back down ever. Not even for him. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask the Dragon's here about shifting priorities. I guess you'd say taking on some deserving organisation and calling off the hunt for something more impressive than the Firewing. Of course, a fight like that would never really end. I'm going to bring down a corporal poly club all on my lonesome. He shrugs, but maybe that's not a bad thing. It'll take a lot of the guesswork out of my life. I don't know, boss. If you have any thoughts about this, I'd love to hear them. You've already done some damage to Humanus. How about them? Could they be your new white whale after we've done all this? It's Big Bad Habit Seder Corp. They're the biggest corporation in the world and led by an honest-to-God dragon. Why tie yourself to a specific group? I'd say keep it fluid, stomp anyone that threatens the flux instead of that. What about Berlin? Isn't that what Berlin is all about? Interesting, that's a different approach, but I like it. Hang on a second, I'll ask. Closes his eyes and concentrates. Minutes pass. Slowly a smile creeps across his face. Daedric opens his eyes and turns his face to you. Yeah, I think that he'd like this plan just fine. That was it. That was all it took. Dragonslayer doesn't mince words, boss. If he didn't like the plan, he'd have told me. Daedric grins. He looks more at ease than you've ever seen him. Well, boss, I've got myself a plan and a new target to boot. That's assuming, of course, that any of us make it through our current predicament. You know, Daedric, now that you've gotten a handle on your connection with the Dragonslayer, you could probably reach out to your old community again. Berlin punks could benefit from your experience. You know, yeah, boss, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe I could give back a bit and fix some of the damage I caused in my mispent youth. After we finish dealing with the crisis in front of us, that is. Nothing now. Let's see what Blitz has got to say, and then we'll start the big run to OXI. Hi, Chief. Yep, so that's done. Let's go and see if there's any more items for sale. Honestly, don't think there will be, but you never know. I think I've got to do the OTE international quest. Excuse me, I've got work to do. I'm guessing he's got nothing new to sell. Nope. Okay, let's head out. Let's start the next one so that I can save it, and I'm going to call it. I'm going to get it started, but I'm going to call it then, because it's almost midnight here, I think. Yes, 10 to midnight here, so we'll go get on the train, assemble and travel to the OTK international offices to tap the Knight Errant's communications in preparation for the run against Az Technology. So then, she's got a new skill. She's got a spell, isn't she now? I probably want Blitz, and I probably want Eiger. If people want to see any games, like, I've got PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, got a few games on there. People want to see anything different once this is through, I'll quite happily do some requests. Earwig. OTK International is a small-time software developer, and it shows the company's main office is crammed up against the back wall of a massive shared office park. Surrounded by competing businesses and large corporations, a steady trickle of dead-eyed wage slaves flows in and out of the complex. The office park main entrance is overflowing with hired security, but your forged keycard gets you past them easily enough. A few minutes later, you're walking in the winding corridors towards OTK International. You're only a few smashed computers away from putting Amstel's plan into motion. I know I've unspent karma, thank you very much. Passing through the main doors of the OTK International, you find yourself in a stretch of industrial hallway. Apparently the company is too small to warrant such amenities as a lobby or greeting area. The rest of your team is waiting for you at the OTK side entrance outside the door of the office park. And beyond the reach of the building security, letting them in should be easy as opening a service door. Okay, so we're going to stop there for tonight. Thank you very much. I will see you all tomorrow, and we'll carry on with this.